Hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Going Medieval in the Hillwarden series. So today what we're going to be doing is a bunch of stuff, hopefully remodeling the church. So looking at our work that we worked on last episode for this church, I think what we are going to do is actually tear it down and expand it a little bit and get it a little bit bigger. We also unlocked the great swords, so we're able to do that and hopefully craft some up today. We'll see what Angus's tasks are before he can do that. He was making some tools though, or weapons. We also started making steel, which is a little bit better material than iron when it comes to crafting weapons and stuff. So we'll see if we can't start producing some weapons with that. So we'll be able to finally get our goats in here. We're just putting in the troughs and the pen marker so we can get them in. And we actually have a lot of goats in here. There's quite a few that will have to be moved over, and hopefully we can get that all done today. We'll see. Angus is hard at work making the few tools that we can actually afford out of steel, so we'll be getting some of those pretty soon, hopefully. We also started taking down the tiles because I don't think that they're going to be what we need for this particular layout, so we'll reuse them or as much as we can. So we started working on expanding the church. There is a single problem that I will describe in a little bit though, but we'll get back to that in a little bit. So we were actually out of iron, which is surprisingly, because we don't usually run out of iron, but we're out of iron now, so we're going to need to figure out what to do for that. Thankfully, there is a lot of iron on the map, and it's all near our base, though the problem is it's all outside of our walls, so we're going to have to probably expand our walls a little bit. This brings me back to our other problem with the church, and that's that there is a whole bunch of willow trees just deciding to spread like crazy around here. I also noticed that our dogs sleep in the pitch black dark away from torches, so maybe that's how the other dog died. Either way, it's safe now. We also have some gold laying around, so I thought maybe we could make some coins from that. So I have Angus, or pretty much anyone that is available to craft that up. Behold, Angus hard at work, not doing the tasks that he should be doing, and that's chopping down willow trees. Instead, making 100 coins. But honestly, let's look at the willow trees. They're already growing up into the structure here, and they really need to be chopped down, unfortunately. So we'll get Angus to work on that next. So a trader came, and we were able to get a book and a few other things from them. Some pretty good stuff, so I'm pretty happy with this particular trader. So back to that iron problem, I decided to expand onto this side because there's coal as well as iron and also stone here, so we'll be able to mine some of that up after building the wall. While we had the gate open, I noticed a fox decided to slip in here and just go chill in a corner where we haven't developed yet. He's not going to hurt anyone, but we will hunt him. So I finally got Angus to chop down some trees for extra wood because we're going to be running low on wood pretty soon with building the church and stuff. So try to get as much trees chopped. I think Guile, our bard, ended up building the wall and encasing them himself into a pit of death. So we had to help them out by removing some of the walls. So a small trader came with some seeds and some fruit tree saplings, so we were able to get a couple carrots, beets, and something else. So we were able to plant the carrots and beets over here. We're just going to plant them for going to seed because it's still spring and we'll have enough time to do that. And we'll also plant something else. So there was a couple saplings that I picked up that we didn't actually have growing in our tree farm, so I don't know if this is the last one that they added, but we'll see if we can't plant that. We already started working hard on the next barn, so this one will be storing probably our chickens and, at least for a period, cattle. After that, we got Christian and Angus to go and hunt that wolf that was in our walls, so it shouldn't be scrounging on any of the crops now. I also noticed that in our Great Hall, there was actually 2 little dogs, and we actually got a pair of puppies, a male and a female one, so we're good for the next generation now. We had an opportunity to get somebody to join our settlement, but we would have had to go to battle, and it's with a friendly faction, so I basically denied that because they didn't even have blacksmithing, so it was not somebody that we can actually really utilize to the full extent. So we got Angus to finally come over here and help with getting some of these trees chopped down, and there was also a plant that needed cutting, so we were able to start working towards that. Yeah, and I basically forced him to work. I didn't tell him not to go take his break and enjoy any food or anything like that, so he's a little bit grumpy, but... Also, the game decided to put all the grass that spawned on the map this year directly in our settlement right next to our warehouse. So that's actually really cool and useful. We are in desperate need of wood. We're running really low. We're on our last few piles of wood. So I'm going to plant a whole bunch of trees just in a line and hopefully get them planted as soon as possible. And then our friends at that rat clan came back. They burrowed into our cellar again, so we had to go send our settlers down there to deal with that. So we'll be able to finally move our chickens and cow into this barn here. I already started planning out another one for the cows, but we'll finally be able to do that once this is finished. So I got Sandy to start mining out this area because I wanted to put our tree farm right up against here so we have a little bit more room around, so hopefully we can do that. We also started getting the church almost finished. We are just working on the upper level, but I think we're going to be doing something a little bit more with that after we furnish it. So a little bit later in the morning, there was basically a druid that came, and we were able to celebrate and sacrifice a goat, so that was good. And yeah, the goat immediately died. Sometimes you can get them to stay alive, which is actually really cool too. I think they left that in. They said they would. So we got the barn finally done. We got some food moved in there, and we got a pen marker in there. So all we need to do is start to move the chickens and cows over, and then we are good to go for that particular barn, and we can free up that room. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. We got a lot of stuff done today, even though it didn't look like a lot of stuff, and some of it was just repeating the stuff that we worked on last episode, but we got some crops and a whole bunch of new stuff, so hopefully you enjoyed today. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, comment down below, rate the video, let me know in the comments what you liked about it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace out.